Lord Buddha motivation story. You can learn control your mind after listening this story. Once upon a time, the great monk was dead bed. He said to his successor, a young monk, remember one thing, never all a cat in your life. And he died. A big crowd has gathered to listen to the last statement of the great monk. Everyone was surprised to listen this last word. The successor was also very surprised. He was thinking, why should I allow a cat in my life? And anyways, they cremated their master with all the ritual. But the successful monk was still thinking about the last statement of this master. There was also an old monk in the monastery. The old monk was with this master for the last many years and had seen life of his master very closely. But he could not be chosen successful for his master because he was very old and was about to die any time. Seeing the young monk lost in thought, he came to him and asked him reason for his concern. The young monk told him the reason of his concern. The old monk said, my dear friend, you don't know, there is a long story behind it. Then he narrated the whole story to the young monk. The story was when their master renounced his wife, children, and his home and went into the jungle. He lived near a small village. He used to go the village to the bed for food, and the villagers were also happy. They had monks of their own, so they made a small bamboo cottage for him. The monk used to have only two clothes to wear, but he traveled across. Then some rats come into house, and they started chewing on this cloth. The monk was a great difficulty. He had only two clothes, and soon they would be torn in pieces. So he asked the villagers what to do. The villager said, why don't you keep your cap? It will keep the rats away. It was perfect solution. So monk agreed, and the villagers gave him a cat, and the cat kept the rats away from the cottage. But now a problem was that he had feed the cat, so he had go to village several times to beg for some milk for the cat. He again asked the villagers for its solutions. The villager says, this is a small village. The best thing to do is that you keep a cow. We can give you a good cow, and that you will become very independent. You can have enough milk for yourself and for your cat also. It looked right to monk. So a beautiful cow was brought in. No, a problem was that cow needed grass and also someone to look after it. So every day monk had to go the village to beg for the grass. People said, this does not look right. A great monk asking for grass. The monk said, but what to do? How will cow? How will I feed my cow and rat? The villager says, we have a simple solution. One woman in our village has become a widow. Her husband has died and she has nobody. So he will be pursued her. Then she will be really happy to serve monk like you. And then you don't have come every day ask for grass. We will also clear some ground by your hut so that you can grow grass and some other crops there, and she will take care of you sickness or in illness. The idea was right. Monk did not find anything wrong in it. The villagers pursued the woman. She was alone and Monk was young, so immediately agreed. She started taking care of Monk's cottage, cow and cat, and started growing crops near her. When the monk saw a woman working tirelessly for him, he also started helping for in work. They started grow crops together in the field. Slowly, things started to grow, and they fell in love with each other. The woman was very beautiful. The monk was young. They were living in one cottage. What more was needed? After some time, the woman got pregnant, and child come in their life. And then one day, the monk thought, "What that I had left behind in my family. I have recovered the world, and this is the whole world again." I grew too slowly that I was not aware until the child came. Now just become cat. Old world come in. Then the old monk said, "He told you, remember not to keep the cat in your life." Here, the meaning of the cat was that never give up your mind. So much leverage is that slowly you start dominating you, and you don't even know. If you see in your life, then we will find that often allow our mind to do something which we know is not good. We think that we will do it only once and not repeat it. But once you give a little leverage to your mind, start taking more leverage from you, and you will not even realize how you will become addicted to some habit, like that monk who had renounced the world. But in order to save his two clothes from rats, he kept in cat, and then feed cat kept to cow to look after cow. He kept a woman, and then fell in relationship with her, and again became a householder. Similarly, we know that taking drugs for inoculation is bad, but still some people take drugs just a feeling affects for first time, but after they start doing it again and again, and then slowly they become drug addicted. For another instance, we know that eating junk food is not good for our health, but still we give a take try, and then slowly start eating into a option. Therefore, never keep cat giving in your leverage to your minds, because once you can keep the cat, then you will take your life towards destruction. This is very important to